Here, in my experience here in the U.S., most of the insurance companies have a loss control department.
Mm-hmm.
But labor is expensive, especially skilled labor, right? Getting an engineer out to look at the workplace that we're insuring to help them prevent losses as much as possible is very expensive. Maybe a few of them do have some sort of portal for loss control. I haven't seen it on the agency side or the brokers. I really haven't seen it. So what can they do? What is it that you've created that can help them?
Well, I think I see that there's a few problems around slips and falls. So, the most obvious problem is that it's the biggest cause of accident in the workplace and to members of the public in most sectors, and therefore, that comes with it a big cost. But from a carrier perspective, the issue is that these losses are really thinly spread. So it's not as if you're going to have 55 claims in one particular store or something like that. It's not going to be that way, and therefore it's quite hard to be hands-on and proactive because the sheer cost of investing in doing it would be too large, and that stands the same, strangely for the client as well, the insured, because quite often, I'll hear things like, well, that's why I've got insurance, or these accidents are inevitable, and words like that. So there's a bit of a perception issue, and that's kind of why this problem sort of perpetuates. So here we have risk management, loss control, engineer teams as well. What I tend to find is that both those internal teams, but also external consultants that are brought in, safety and risk consultants, by their very nature, they have to be like a general practitioner, so a family doctor. So you have to know about a huge breadth of things. So if your knowledge has to be a mile wide, it can only ever be an inch deep. What we do, conversely, is we're an inch wide and a mile deep, and we really go down into the nitty gritty and drill into what exactly is causing these types of accidents. And actually, in my experience, over the last 10 years, you can significantly reduce the volume of accidents. To give you an idea, we would typically see a 50% or greater reduction in accidents and therefore volumes of claims if we're working hands-on with clients. And that could be for any number of reasons, only part of which would be the work we do, but a lot of it would be kind of education and things like that as well.